Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the last game in the Open Div Round 7 for the ANZ region. And we're bringing you the match of the night. The final on this card, it's going to be the plebist of pros against the Mortonist of monkeys. Blank?
Ooh, we saw these guys go a very different way to how they have been the past couple of weeks, or the whole tournament, let's be honest. Last week, seeing Mortons beat Pleb to Pro for the first time this entire tournament, Winters.
Indeed. And look, Pleb to Pro being taken down once doth not mean they will be taken down again. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Moobs and the boys can bring. We all know that they are absolutely cracking players. We also know that Morton and his team of Ragtag Misfits are also cracking players. Made up of lots of Masters and Diamonds in the ANZ Open region. So, going to be a good game. And look, let's not keep the ladies and gents at home awaiting. Let's just get this one underway, shall we? I believe
straight into it.
Both teams are ready.
Yeah, well, we've got Pleb to Pro on the blue team, Winters, and Morton's Monkeys on the red team. So looking to see how these two phenomenal teams that have pretty much gone through number 1 and 2 the entire season to play up against each other in this game. We're on Battlefield of Eternity, Winters. A lot of priority into those auto attack heroes that can race down the Immortal, but at the same time, still got those high priority heroes like your Mayevs, which we just saw banned out from Pleb to Pro.
Yep, and I'm expecting a Hanzo ban straight away unless someone with that first pick, i.e. pt2, want to pick into it. His arrows are devastating on the Immortals.
I mean, we've seen a lot of high-ranked players pick up the Hanzo for the Immortal race. Getting into those serrated arrows does a lot of damage. What's the talent called? Simple geometry? Yes.
Yep, the simplest of geometry, giving him more arrows at level 1, and then 100% increased damage at level 4, and then reduced cooldown on auto attacks of the Ws at level 7. Devastating dead Immortals very quickly. Now, recently nerfed down from 150% blank to 100, it's still incredibly powerful.
That it is still a very, very deadly hero to play up against, and they're letting this banning phase go to its last second, banning out Phoenix, opting for the Phoenix ban, letting that Hanzo go straight over to Pleb to Pro, if they so desire it. But there are so many other heroes as well. You've got the Medivh, you've got the other Shimada brother, Genji. I mean, in comparison between Hanzo and Genji on this map, you know who the rightful winner is, but
well, I mean, it's really a toss-up of whether or not you want some Wagateki or Ryuji no Kaioken. So, you know, unless you're banning them, you're picking them, right?
Yeah, damn straight. I'd like to have seen a quick draft from these teams, knowing that they play against each other every week without fail. They know what they play. They know what they don't play. There's your Hanzo. We called it earlier. Hanzo picked up by Pleb to Pro, looking for that hard Immortal race, plus the vision, plus the damage. Strong hero all around, especially on this map.
What do Mortons answer with? That's the question.
That's a very good question. Very good question. Maiev is gone. I'd like to see them pick up the Medivh if they can play it. Medivh being able to protect is phenomenal on this map against the Hanzo. Good for getting in, good for getting out, good for that little bit of extra shielding. Medivh can put out a decent chunk of damage. I would like them to see them pick up their healer plus maybe another Immortal race hero though. So
so who do we have in terms of Immortal races? I mean, you got the classic Greymane who can pump out a lot of damage, or a Sonya. You could always go on Illidan. Garrosh Stukov.
Yep.
Beautiful. Instantly
straight into that second support.
Yep. Instantly retorted with the Malfurion. So we got both those S-class healers in this game. Very pretty Malfurion there with a lot of Christmas lights in his horns. I love that skin. No, but seriously, Garrosh, devastating into a silence pool You can take body check even and slow once they're in that pool as well. It's disgusting.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're looking at two very different comps here, or two very different startings to the comps here. You've got Hanzo pulled out for that super high immortal damage, and then you've got Garrosh Stukov for those super high team fight compositions, making those plays, getting those dispositioning, getting those silences down, those stuns, those CCs. Something strong coming out from Morn's Monkeys in the way of getting those done. And again, Leeming for that immortal damage.
Wow.
Huh.
That is a lot of range, a lot of poke. So we can definitely see how pt2 Pro are aiming to take down the Immortals. And they're going to be playing to the strengths of the map. And they're not going to be going for team fights. But I would still be conscious of trying to dive terribly heavily into these teams. Purely with pick 4 and 5 coming up for pt2 Pro, we can assume that there's going to be... I'm going to go call it and say there's going to be a Blaze. I haven't seen any Bunker S this night, and I'd love to. I think it's a solid choice on this map.
I both like and don't like these guys drag out their bans, because we all know that they know what they're going to ban within the first 5 seconds of getting into this phase, but whether they drag it out simply because they want to make the other team sweat, or whether they want to actually talk about it more, who knows? Tyrael is the ban they choose, though.
Don't want a sanctification, apparently.
No.
I was going to say that the next logical pickup for Mortons would be a Genji with the ability to dive into that backline, take out the Li Ming, who's very squishy, or take out the Hanzo. I'm going to go ahead and say that pt2 Pro are going to ban that Genji out because they don't want to deal with Shimada number 2 when they've picked up Shimada number 1.
Well, I can see them flicking through the bans at this point. We've got, I can see a Genji ban being hovered at the moment, but it's been flicked from Tychus to Valera to Tracer.
To Nova to Rag.
Yep. But Genji is the one they do settle on, you're right. They have removed that from the lineup of Morton's Monkas.
Morton's Monkas.
Are we going to see perhaps a Bunkers?
Well, see, I really want to. I think Blaze is a really great pick into this team for pt2 Pro. If not, what tanks can we expect to see? ETC or Dibbles?
Diablo, ETC, yes. 2 of the stronger tanks. I mean, we saw Muradin last game, but he's not a high-picked hero. Joanna has been highly favoured on a lot of compositions these times. She's a very well-rounded tank, takes a lot of damage, can deal some damage, a lot of CC and slows and stuns and playmakings, blinds. She's an all-round good hero.
That's why we see such amounts of play of her at high-level competitive matches. She's the all-round tank. Brings a lot of strengths, a lot of not weaknesses. She can exacerbate anybody's potential weakness and really make them pay for overstepping their bounds. Ooh.
We do see the Thrall and Sonya picked up by Morton's Monkers.
That's now a thing, right? Morton's Monkers.
It is now. I'd like to see Sonya in that solo lane, Thrall in the group fights to kind of build those Crash Lightning stacks, if that's still the one to go for, even though it was slightly nerfed.
Do you go Crash Lightning on Thrall now? I know I've seen both.
I don't know. It's hard. I mean, it has been slightly nerfed, so it's harder to get those stacks and they do a little bit less damage, but it has still been picked very often.
Well, this is a map to do it on if you got, 4 and 1 on a 2-lane map. You'd go Crash Lightning on this. You clear the wave out quickly with a boatload of damage. Stukov Sonya can help do that. Thrall can help do that. And then you pop your Chain Lightning and just hope to God you get that RNGesus pops. But ETC and Arthur's picked up.
Yeah, well, double front line.
Well, we've got a whole melee team on the side of Morton's Monkeys right now, and Arthur's is a direct counter for any melee heroes.
I didn't even realise. Well, they're going to have to get a ranged hero at some point. Are they going to pull out a Valor? Are they actually going to pull out a Valor or something here?
Surely not.
Ming's off the table. Hey. Oh, never mind. Phoenix is gone. I was going to say, did Phoenix make it through to the last round this time? No.
Oh, we forgot about Phoenix? No, we didn't. He got banned first up. Yeah, I'd probably say a Valor would be a logical choice into this draft, but not really sustained in the meta anymore, unfortunately. I love Vala, but since the double support and hyper carry's gone, she's no longer that viable. Look, she can still do a buttload of damage onto that Immortal, but I think we might be looking at a Grey main. Valor it is.
There's the Valor. I mean, we've seen a lot of her in the earlier, in different metas back a year ago. She was really strong. She did, as you mentioned, fall out of favor when they dropped that double support with the hyper carry kind of composition. She still is a strong hero. She's just very squishy.
Cheers. The Vault doesn't take you as far as you think it will. What was that? Sorry, Blanky?
Looking at the drafts, man. Looking at the draft. What are your thoughts going into this? Who's got the edge here?
Plepto Pro can play to the strengths of the map, and that is the objective. And those Immortals are devastating. They've got Siege. They've got very good poke and Siege, but the engage and the team fight that's being picked for on the side of Morton's Monkeys is very scary. Morton's Monkers. It's a lot of damage, man. And just that pull, that lurking arm, the tentacle pain and tentacle love that Stukov will give you.
Every time you say tentacle, I want to say another.
You know where I was going, but I'm not going to go there. Yeah. Look, I don't know who's going to win this one, to be honest. I want to see Pleb to Pro take this win, but I honestly think that Morton's Moncast is going to pick this one up.
Oh, Winters, I don't know. I'm going to have to let chat decide. So, guys, hashtag P2P win in chat. If you think Pleb Pro are going to win, hashtag
MM win.
MM win, yeah.
Monkus win. Monkus win.
Yeah, chat, hashtag MM win if you think Morton's Monkeys are going to win. And at the end of this game, we'll give away one more of those loot chest codes. If conditions are obviously the same as last time, if you get the winning team right, you have to be following games to get it. You get that lovely loot crate code drawn at random. Winters, while they're having a little tit for tat in the bottom lane there, I'll call out Morton's Monkeys for you. Morton's Monkeys have got Morton playing Valor, Garrosh being played by Kermit, Strider on Sonya, Crazometer on Thrall, and Bullcrow on the Stukov.
Nice one. On the side of Pleb to Pro, we got Vicarak on the ETC, Mitzi on that Hanzo, DS Moops on the Malfurion, Physics on the Li Ming, and firstly, on the Arthur. Sorry. There we go.
Are you pinging?
I pinged accidentally, yes. My apologies.
I was actually looking top because I saw... Why
is there a ping?
Ping for?
Hashtag production value. No, the alt key is my push and talk button. So it coincided with me left clicking the map. A little bit of a fracas occurring here at the bottom lane, ladies and gents. I do try and pay attention to the top lane. I feel our solo laners in a lot of these games are left sort of to their own devices. But look, the action where the 4v4 is quite interesting to see. So, I like that. I like that mount that Bullcrow is rocking on the Stukov. He's got tentacles on the mount, tentacles on his arm. I love it. I just love tentacles.
Tentacle. Yeah, I also love tentacles. I can, so can't say I don't love tentacles and keep a straight face, right? A lot of poke damage coming out on the side of Pleb Pro here with the Li Ming and the Hanzo. I think in the long run it might pay off a little bit more for them. Morton's just going to take just so much more damage unnecessarily.
He will, but Stukov's got the sustain. So as soon as he gets into that level 4 talent, the cooldown is going to be reduced. The healing is going to be increased. The mana cost is reduced, so he can sustain even longer. And ETC gets absolutely tentacled to death. Silenced. He couldn't power slide out. Now Garrosh almost went down, but the armor keeps him alive.
First blood.
Yep.
First blood to Morton's Monkeys with that lovely kill on the ETC. So a lot of poke damage coming out, and the top lane, Strider's actually winning against Firstly at the moment.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Malfurion gets popped. Absolutely glorious play there from Morton's Monkeys. That was absolutely devastating. Malfurion had zero chance of escape there. They're going to pick up the Kazra's blank in the bot lane, and then they were all going to shift up. and try and start fighting over these Immortals. But we see Pleb to Pro looking like they want to take their heavy siege camp.
Yep, well, we all know that the siege camp's going to do a lot more damage earlier on in the game. If that's left unchecked, it can push down forts. Luckily for Morton's Monkeys, this is spawned. The Immortal spawned in the bottom lane. So they're actually closer to being able to hold on.
Garrosh. He is getting... Oh, he pops his unstoppable, but can he get away? 60 HP. No, he falls. Physics now. Li Ming gets absolutely destroyed by that ancient spear straight through her body. Crazometer on that thrall, locking down the ETC. Vikarak's in trouble. He doesn't know which way to go. He gets destroyed. We get Stukov taking a boatload of damage there from Mitzi on that Hanzo. However, Morton's Monkeys are going to walk away with 1 death. Pleb de Pro are going to walk away with 2.
Yep, that's unfortunate, but hey, it gave them the Immortal edge that they needed, and that's, I mean, at the start of the game, you kind of need a little bit more damage on that Immortal. It isn't as strong in the early stages of the game, but you can't leave, like, look at the team comp. You got Hanzo doing a lot of damage on that Immortal, but it's still not quick enough to beat the race.
Not yet, it's not. Man. So, interesting that we talk about the race, because Morton on that Vala has taken, he's going multi-shot build. He's not going into the golden glorious arrow.
Holy shit. Sorry, I didn't see that. Morton, what the hell are you doing, son? Hot Pursuit with W. Okay.
Yeah, so obviously the multi-shot was buffed a couple of weeks ago. But again, on the Immortal race map, I don't think you'd go into that. Who knows? I'm not in Morton's Monkeys. Morton knows what he's doing. They're currently in the lead, 7-6, 4 kills to 1. The Immortals on that top lane applying a boatload of pressure.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we mentioned, it's only the early stages of the game, so later on down the track, it's going to start popping off on that Immortal. Li Ming's going to start doing a lot more damage to that Immortal, depending on what build she decides to go. And, I mean, she hasn't hit 7 yet, but at the moment she has got her power hungry and her dominance.
Oh, so, hang on. ETC's in a world of hurt here. Silence, he's gone. Blank. That was wonderful throws and silences there by Garrosh and Stukov combined.
Yeah, and they're the good type of throws. They're the throws you want to happen. These aren't the throws that you see in your average Hero League game.
No, not the Beef Might explicit throws. We're talking the Garrosh throws.
We're talking the Garrosh throws, where he throws that 16-year-old into the back line. That happened to be ETC at this point. ETC was that 16-year-old, Winters.
Stop it.
I'm never going to let that go. That is a very good question. Where is Hacky at the moment? He's not in either team right now. We haven't seen him for a while.
Hacky's gone radio silent. No idea what's going on there, but judging by the looks of this first 6 minutes, Pleb de Pro could seriously use some Hacky love.
Yeah, they'd be missing him right about now. Did pick him up for a couple of games 2 weeks ago. Don't have him either, so...
No idea. Yeah. We've got Morton's team rotating, the Monkus rotating down, Pleb de Pro rotating down to take out the Khazra camp. Too much Monkus on my mind. Monkus, who knows. Level 10 picked up by Morton's. No surprise. Oh, Sundering.
I'm intrigued as to what's going on right now in that top lane when you've got 5 men showing in the bottom lane and you've got a Khazra camp and level 10. Why wouldn't you go push for a keep?
Oh, smart move. They've taken out that keep wall, taken down the gate and a tower. We get the disengage coming from Stukov. Is it going to be enough? No. But the Sundering on top of it will help. Looks like Garrosh is going to get himself power slid. He's going to get pinballed backwards. Oh. Pops is indomitable. Walks away. Sonya, engage. Ancient Spear. Moops is going to cop it. Is he going to get away? No, he doesn't. No, the taunt comes out blank. The ETC is going to get picked. Firstly on the Arthas. Is also... No! They walk away! Wow! Sonya goes down instead.
Resets coming in.
Mitzi popping off on that Hanzo.
Look at how low their HP was. Both Mitzi and Firstly were so low in that team fight. And just overstaying a little bit. That Garrosh throw was a little bit too aggressive. Throwing Strider into the keep shots.
That was a solid little team
what
fight
it's
there, and I think our boys on Pleb to Pro finally got themselves a little bit of comeuppance there with a couple of kills.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the Immortal race now. As you mentioned, the damage coming out from Hanzo is phenomenal in comparison to what Morton's monkeys have. The race right now, very, very even.
Well, multi-shot Morton Monkass isn't going to be racing an Immortal.
Oh, multi-shot on BOE. If it works, it works. And if they get the win, then all the better for it, right? But we have Pleb to Pro picking up their 10s now. They've got vision using the Hanzo Sonic Arrow to know where Morton's monkeys are. And now it all just comes down to how they play around this team fight. Because pretty much whoever takes this team fight has the biggest advantage moving forward. And if they can win the team fight here, they can push with the full strength Immortal. And the enemy team will be down for a while.
Oh, Thrall taking a cracking amount of damage there with the root and a bunch of arrows coming out of the Hanzo. Each team just vying for that position, but Stukov keeping his team very, very healthy. Kermit on the Garrosh is trying to position to try and get a throw or a pick. Nothing is coming out at the moment, but Pleb to Pro have got the poke range on this at the moment. So if they can get across this halfway threshold and start poking down that Immortal, this is going to set them up to take this one out. Oh, Li Ming silenced. Oh, Garrosh throws the ETC. You don't want to be throwing that cow around. He's not a side of beef. Kermit taking a boatload of damage. The Dragon Strike. Ryuga Wakateki Wokuro, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see that one very often. And it whiffed. And that's why you don't take it. Because it whiffs.
We love a little bit of a whiff. Firstly, did he actually take... He did take Crash Lighting to 26 stacks at the moment. He's 4 away from hitting that 30 where it starts to prioritise enemy heroes.
9 minutes in, or 10 minutes in now in this BOE, and that is actually very impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, looking at the way the team fights play out, you've got a higher chance of the enemy.
Oh, here we go. The Stukov pull. Oh, Moops with the silence, the Twilight Dream. The ETC mosh pit, 3-man, but no follow-up at all as everyone's busy trying to deal with the Garrosh. He does fall, and we get a bunch of damage there onto the Sonya. Sonya goes down too. Morton having a run with his little Valor tail tucked between his legs. They're going to take out this Immortal blank. That's going to be Immortal over to Pleb to Pro.
It might be the Immortal, but they're going to lose so much more damage coming out from them.
Oh, firstly... Secured.
Exactly what I was talking about.
Yep.
Mitzi's low.
Oh, see you later, Thrall, trying to deny those health globes and instead gets bursted open.
That's unfortunate.
Well, staggering that death is not going to help Morton's in terms of defense of this fort.
No, I mean, they can leave Thrall to head straight down to that bottom lane and get some more soak out, potentially get them to that 13 a little bit quicker. Because right now, they need to not lose any more heroes.
And Sonya very nearly got done in just then, but the lucky, the saving throw there from the Garrosh. Love it when you can throw an ally.
No, they're bringing Thrall up to help out. Seeing that Arthur's bottom gives them the 5v4 advantage up top.
Indomitable goes down again, so that's a cooldown that Garrosh won't be using anytime soon, they're playing.
Well, they lost the fort for it, but it's not a lot. That looks like Pleb to Pro rotating completely down to the bottom, try to get as much value on that bottom lane as they can. Morton currently the only one rotating down to stop that push.
Oh, Morton's going to be very careful here on this Valor. If Ikarak gets a slide in, that's going to be a slide of beef that you do want, especially for the plebs. A little bit of Valor pie. Now, we're going to see the counter-engage coming in from Morton's Monkeys now. They're a little bit cranky that they've lost their XP lead, and they have Pleb to Pro now in front, picking up this Khazra camp as well, Blank. This game is a little bit topsy-turvy, kind of like a seesaw. A little bit of up and down action, back and forward. Wait, am I thinking of a seesaw or something else? Anyway.
No, seesaws go up and down.
What about back and forth?
Well, we I don't know what does go about the yo-yo goes up and down. That can work. No, well, we did mention earlier on, and there's Thrall clicking his heels and getting that Crash Lightning stacks at 30. Means that he's going to start prioritizing heroes now. It doesn't matter whether they're in lane or not. he's going to start getting those stacks up a lot quicker to get some serious damage out.
Oh, I was just watching it bounce around Mitzi and Physics there, and it does a lot of damage. You know, there's probably about an eighth of their health bar, and later into the game, that damage is just going to keep going up. So there's only a slight reduction in the top end damage. It just takes you a bit longer to get there. So well played there on the Thrall to get those done very quickly.
Oh, a bit of a displace there.
Oh, the mosh pit interrupted by the Stukov swipe. Silence comes out. Dragon Strike gets some value there onto the Thrall. Oh, Morton, run your little Valor legs away. Nope. That's going to be all she wrote for this team fight, I think, unless Strider is now going to get himself into trouble from Firstly.
Oh.
Vicarat coming in on top of the Garrosh with a power slide. Firstly, trying to chase down Bullcrow on the Stukov, picks him up with Mitzi's help. Vala, now in a very bad position, trying to pick apart the Arthas,
so
gets
low.
a three-man howling blast there. Wowee. Kermit on the Garrosh, running with his axe between his legs, gonna try and become War Chief somewhere else. He's gonna get away. Oh, Li Ming overextends. Cops a spear to the face. Blank, what a team fight.
Well, that was really well played on the side of pt2. They just had their composition down pat. They had their ultimates, their abilities, they were all timed perfectly. Unlike the unfortunate workout that happened there with Morton's Monkeys, they came in from the wrong side, getting a little bit split up there with Garrosh being below, getting zoned out by the ETC as well as the Roots from Mook, sorry. And that Wacky Tiki Corral from Hanzo did some serious damage, not only to Valor, but taking out Thrall as well. Got a bit of pause coming out here.
Got a pause. You get to come back and look at Blank and me again for a little bit until we work this one out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to jump into the chat and find out what's going on.
Yeah, well, all we have is a PR. I don't quite understand what the pause was. Didn't see anyone disconnect myself, so I've got GLs and then a pause. I can't talk to them, so moves to the one that pauses it.
Yeah.
They tactical pause, perhaps.
Reach out to Mr. Moops and find out what's going on. Maybe he dropped his random bit of rabbit fur. No, he's good. Unpausing, and we're good to go.
Counting in. Perhaps a tactical pause. Not too sure what that was, but yeah.
Well, benefit of the doubt goes over to anybody. That's why there's a limited number of pauses in the game, so you can't disrupt that type of thing and be cheeky and tactical with it. Can't see the value that would have been gained in a 30-second pause, mate. So let's move on with this fully shielded Immortal. Only lost a teeny tiny bar of health there, probably about 5%, if that. This fort is just going to go completely.
What fort? Was it a fort?
What fort?
I
No,
didn't see
there
it
wasn't.
fort.
There wasn't. This Immortal rather is going to get a lot of value being ranged for the better half of taking out this fort wall, keep wall rather. Mortons are on the back foot here. 16 reached by pt2 there, Blank. This keeps going down.
Yeah, I don't see that Mortons are going to be able to sustain this keep. It's going to fall. There's nothing they can do. They've got so much poke on the side of pt2 with Mitzi and Physics there on the Hanzo and Li Ming respectively. Vicarat's taking a lot of damage though, and if they decide to push him with this, if they can get a pick, they can potentially end. I don't know quite what Kermit was trying to achieve there with that Groundbreaker, but
here we go. That was a lot of disruption there from... Oh, good night, Malfurion. He gets blown up. We've got the Arthas having to run away. We've got a two-man mosh pit happening there and a Dragon's arrow... Dragon Strike coming out, but no avail. We've got the Garrosh getting blown up. The core is on 30%, ladies and gentlemen. The Immortal itself is just going to take it out. That's game to pt2.
Wow.
Hashtag nailed it.
Yeah. That was over a lot quicker than I expected it to be.
Certainly wasn't expecting that one to go straight through a fort, and then a keep out a wall, and then a keep, and then the core. It just sat there doing its thing, and everyone else focused on the team fight. Unfortunately for Mortons, who controlled the map for the first half there, Blank, they let that one go, and just went straight through to the keeper.
Well, that went a lot quicker than I expected. I was actually hoping that I was actually hoping that it would have gone on a little bit longer. I'm just having a look through chat now to see who the P2P wins and the MM wins were. We've got first one off the bat was Eternal Bouse, Bouse. Congratulations, you will have a loot chest coming your way. It was 12 loot chests actually, Winters. One code, 12 loot chests. So congratulations on that one.
Solid win.
Yeah. Actually, the only person that actually said hashtag P2P win in chat. Congratulations.
Eternal Boost. No Bouse. Eternal Bouse. We got the Eternal Bouse, and we got the Morton's Monkers. Loving it. Blank, thank you so much for joining me tonight, mate. I really appreciate you coming along and lending us your experience while you're over in Japan enjoying some much needed time off. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the GameStar stage for the Open Division. Apologies for the first few games. It was a Windows issue that we managed to rectify in the last game. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you guys next week for some more Open Div action. Blank, when are you back?
I'm also back next week, so I'll be back in Australia I'll be back Wednesday morning.
Oh, back in
really
Australia.
Excited to get back.
Love it.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you've been awesome. Thank you for your feedback in chat so far. Everything is appreciated and goes to use so that we can only do better next time. Blank, sincerely thank you from me. I've been Winters_OCE. This guy is Blank HotS. Chuck him a follow on Twitter. Give us a watch on Twitch. Enjoy your night. Thank you very much.